Prashant Mathur, CEO of Sattvic Green Energy with us. Rupesh Sankhe, Senior Vice President, Research, Elara Capital, who looks at this space with us. I'm going to actually go to Rupesh first to give us the broader view before I speak specifically to Prashant. So just please bear with me. Rupesh, what is the opportunity for domestic players on one hand, and the pain points it will create for those who are importing these solar modules from the 1st of June with this kind of a notice?
Good morning. First of all, it's going to be good move because government has given clear signal that if you are going for backward integration, domestically manufacturing ecosystem, you will get benefit out of that. Because most of the module developers is now going into solar cells, wafer, and ingot. So direction is very clear. Now, coming to the demand supply dynamics, now the solar cell capacity is ALCM approved is close to 30 gigawatt. And annual tendering related to the net metering projects like PM Suryagar, Kusum, or some sort of small open access consumers, that is going to be around 20 gigawatt on a SC level. And in the next 6 to 12 months, we can see around 20 gigawatt of capacity addition on the solar cell side. So effectively, solar cell capacity will go to close to 50, 60 gigawatt. So we have a very good supply coming in on the solar cell side. But the move is very clear that the wafer ingot will also come in by June 2028. So clearly, the companies with a strong balance sheet, strong operating cash flows, who have entered into solar cell manufacturing like Wari, Premier, Vikram, MV is going to be a beneficiary in the short to medium term perspective. But over a 3 to 4 years time horizon, the supply will come in like a module capacity and margin will come under pressure. But in the near term, if you look at China, we are importing cells at a 6 cents per watt. Now the domestically cells are available at close to 11 to 12 cents. So clearly, this company will get better margins in the near term from next 1 to 2 years perspective. But from a medium to longer term perspective, margin will come under pressure. But certainly, it's a positive for equipment manufacturers.
Okay, so, equipment manufacturers, yes, it becomes a positive. Rupesh, stay with us. Let's get in Prashant Mathur, CEO at Sattvic Green Energy as well. Prashant, welcome to NDTV Profit. This is Hiral on this side. My question coming to you is, we're talking about the kind of benefits that do come in on the back of the, structure that we are seeing right now by the government. For a Sattvic Green Energy, what are the kind of benefits that do flow in, and which segments of business that get benefited?
Yeah, good morning and happy to be on the show. So yeah, it's a very welcome step which the government has finally taken, and from 1st of June, ALMM2 is getting implemented. From a Sattvic point of view, we very much support this move. It also shows that there is a consistency in the policy. So this was announced long back, and government the ministry has managed to maintain the due date of 1st of June. Sattvic has been in ALMM list 1. We also are starting our cell manufacturing 6 gigawatt in 2 phases, 2.4 and 3.6. So the first phase is going to start very soon. So it benefits us because, cell manufacturing is a highly capital intensive project. So, when you have this kind of a consistency, it gives us a lot of confidence to manufacturers like us that we can expect that ALMM3 is also going to be implemented in June 28. So when you have a consistency, we can manage to get our manufacturing backward integration and size of manufacturing investment. So all this couples up and really helps manufacturers, to develop the ecosystem which the ministry is also focusing on.
Prashant, so what happens for Indian manufacturers like you? Because at an earlier point of time when the US levied some additional duties, one of the companies had come in and said that for India, we are using the Indian-made modules. for US, if you are exporting to the US, you can buy the modules in a country which doesn't have such high duties, and therefore it is not subject to the Indian duty, but the point of origin duties. Is the market open for both in Indian use as well as exports out there for a company like you?
Yes, the market is open for both US and India market. But if you see, US has other complications as well. There's a lot of local module manufacturing has also come up in US lately. And also there are a lot of traceability document requirements which are there in US. So India market has been quite strong lately. For last few years, it's been consistently growing. And with the current energy crisis which we see, it's a reminder that we need to quickly become energy independent, focus on building our own capabilities. And renewable energy, we have so much of abundant sun and wind energy. We should definitely capitalize on that. So if you see India market last year was about 45 gigawatt AC, which translates to about 57 gigawatt DC. Before that was about 34, 36 gigawatt. This year also we feel that it is going to be in the mid 60s, the kind of demand which is going to, and then over a period of time, AI and data center and electric vehicles, cooking is moving towards electric. So there's going to be huge demand. So for manufacturers like us, India market is our priority. And US market is definitely our second priority. It's important to focus on that market as well. But India market remains very strong. Now as
Prashant, in real terms, after this comes into effect on June 2026 and users have to move their requirements domestically, what is the kind of upside it opens up for you, or the potential market size it opens up for you? And are those conversations already starting in the last couple of days?
Yeah, it's the demand is supposed to be huge, both on the top line as well as bottom line. And for last few days, yes, the demand for Indian made cells is getting very high, and it will probably increase the prices for a short period of time. But
To
overall,
what
I
extent,
think,
Mr. Mathur? And if you can give us any specifics, we love numbers over here. So when you say demand is high, what does that mean? You say the potential is great. What does that mean? You say prices could increase by how much?
difficult to say, but as my panelist earlier was also talking, Mr. Rupesh, that there is about 30 gigawatt of solar cell capacity right now. Market, as I said, is going to be 60 gigawatt. Though there is a transition period between the domestic cell and the imported cells, so it's going to continue. And I think the primary reason of putting solar cell ALMM2 from 1st June is that the government is saying to us to scale up our solar cell manufacturing also, and create the ecosystem by also setting up ingot and wafer. But in
What are the
interim,
timelines to scale up this manufacturing and the spends?
yeah, so for the interim, when you have a market which is 60 gigawatt and you have cell capacity which is 30 gigawatt, you're bound to see the demand to be very high for domestically manufactured cell. So the prices, obviously project prices are also, there is a limit how much you can increase the prices, but I think the prices would increase by about at least 5 to 10%.
And is where you see the prices going up. Okay, we finally got a number out of that conversation, because a mood is great, but numbers are specifics. Thank you so much for speaking with us today, Prashant and Rupesh, for coming in and explaining to us what this opportunity means.